Okay. So like I was saying, I was trying to explain what we did yesterday. Right. So yesterday we did lists. We said lists are used to store multiple items in a single variable. So we use lists to store multiple items. So over here, you can see this is an example of a list. These numbers that you can see. This is an example of a list. So we can put so many things inside a list. I can make a list for you, Michael, and equal to. So notice there is square brackets that we use for lists. Okay, so if we want to use strings, like we all know, we have to put them inside quotation marks. And we have lists, let's say for your age, you're 14. You can have lists for what state are you from?
Number.
Anambra.
Yeah.
So we can have all that. We can have your country. So just notice that after every list item, I'm putting a comma. And there's so many things that we can do with all this data here. There's so many things we can do with all this data here. So will you go out and try to create a list now? Like what I've just done.
Wait, it's a list like this Michael like this now.
Yes, that's a list.
Oh,
You what?
okay. Like that Michael I just did now. Only.
Yes. Yes.
Okay.
Yes,
No, yeah, now. Okay, stop sharing your screen.
Okay. Okay.
I'm coming.
Mm, yeah.
Okay.
I just forgot this. No. What happened?
Have you done it?
Yes.
Okay, Shaun, good morning. How are you?
I'm fine.
You joined you joined late.
I was having network issues.
Oh, okay.
The Wi-Fi is
Um
not.
okay. So Shaun, please can you put Michael through what we talked about yesterday, the listing and like what you learned. So you know he was not in the class yesterday, so I already told him what a list is, but like I'd like to also hear what you learned yesterday.
Like all those extend and append stuff.
Yes, you can just touch on that as well.
I don't really know how to explain it. I mean,
Okay.
like
Just anything you remember, anything at all you remember,
I
even if it's
remember
just
doing this thing that you use my name as a variable and put some things under it, and use your name as a variable and put things under it, and then
Okay.
we're able to merge it together.
Yes. Well, what did you use to merge the two lists together?
Append. You
No,
dot
it
append.
was
Dot
extend.
append.
Okay. So
Then
so uh,
you also dot
Michael, Sean, sorry
numbers.
for Sean, sorry for interrupting. Let me quickly explain better to Michael what you just said. So Michael, what he's saying is like, you know, you just created a list, right? So we can actually join two lists together, like we can merge them together. So if you want to merge two lists together, we use what we call extend. So if you see, I have something over here. If you see, look at this part of my screen. You can see my screen, right?
No.
I don't know.
You can't see my screen.
Yeah, I can see.
Okay, so we have, first of all, we have a list called Sheung and we have a list called Femi. So we want to join these two lists together. We use Sheung.extend and then we place the Femi inside a bracket. Okay.
What about that shoe append Babcock? Something like that.
Yeah, so append is if you want to add an item to the end of Sheung. So like let me print this. Let me see what I have here. Okay. So let me print this so that you understand. So we're actually going to spend some time in class today. Hope people are ready because you know we started late and all that. So print Sheung. So what is going to print now? Print Sheung is going to append Babcock to the end of Sheung. So right now what we have at the list is Sheung 16 Babcock 57 Sheung. But then when we run it, Babcock is going to be there. Can you see Babcock? So what it does is it adds an item to the end of the list. So it's adding Babcock to the end of the list.
So
So
that means
anything
that means it's not a must that I must add the shoe append Babcock. Is it a must I must add it?
is not a must. Is when you want to add something to the end of the list that you use append. Like the list that you have now, you want to add something new to it. You say, what's the name of your list? Michael. So you say Michael dot append, then in brackets, whatever you want to add to the end of the list, you add it. Do you understand?
Yes.
So we look at all those methods. We look at append, we looked at extend, we looked at insert, looked at sort. We looked at quite a number of them. So let's just move to today's class. I just wanted to, brush off that first. So why did I stop sharing my screen? So today we'll be talking about if statements. We're talking about if statements first, if declarations and comparisons. That's what we're looking at today. So before we start, do you guys, Michael, do you have a pet?
Yes.
What pets do you have?
A goat.
A goat.
Mm.
And it's a pet.
Yes.
And you will not eat it one day.
No.
Okay. How about you, Sheon? Do you have a pet?
No, I do not.
Okay. Would you like to have one?
I wouldn't know. Too much responsibility.
Oh, excuse me. Ruth is calling. She wants to know if you're in class. Okay. So let's continue. So we're talking about if statements. So when you hear if else statement, what comes to mind, Michael? I'm sure you must have seen if or else before.
No.
You've not seen if before. You don't know what if means.
Okay, if. Okay, I know what it means.
So what comes to your mind when you hear if or when you see if or else?
if like when they ask you a question
Yes.
and for else,
If it's for a question.
and for else, like where else are you going to? Understand?
Okay. How about you, Sheon?
Use of
Yes.
if it's for like condition.
Yeah, that's correct. So if it's for a condition, Michael, if I tell you that if you get 6 A's in your exam, I'm going to buy you like a car or something or a bicycle. I'm going to buy you a bicycle if you get 6 A's in your examination. So what will happen if you don't get 6 A's?
You will not get the bicycle.
Yeah, so that's a condition. So that's what we use this for in programming. Okay. Use if. So I can also say if you get 6 A's, I'm going to buy you a bicycle. Else, I'm going to buy you what else is smaller than a bicycle? I'm going to give you 5,000 naira. If you get 6 A's, I'm going to buy you a bicycle. Else, I'm going to give you 5,000 naira. So what happens when you get 4 A's?
You get the 5,000 naira.
Yeah, so that's what it is used for. It's for conditions, and we also use it in programming a lot as well. So we have if, elif, and else. Okay. So an if statement is used by using the if keyword. We use it by using the if keyword. Okay. And what it does is that it checks if what the statement is correct. If it is correct, it's going to run. If it's not correct, it's going to run. So I'm going to show you how to do that using code. Let me see if there's more things I can look at in this. Okay, so yeah, if you look at this diagram, it says that if condition is true, it does what is here. So this is it. This is the statements, like let's say the bicycle thing now. So if you get 6 A's, I'm going to buy you a bicycle. Else, no bicycle. That's the way it works. So I'll show you right now in code. So this over here is, you can see my screen, right?
Yes.
I actually just created this. Yeah, so yesterday I mentioned something to Sheon that this is our 5th class. So we are going to 9 classes. We're doing a class tomorrow, we're doing a class on Sunday, we're doing a class on Tuesday and on Wednesday. So but until 9 classes yet. So I think we'll finish on Thursday or so, if you count it. So but on Friday we're doing presentation. So we'll start doing a project. So I mentioned it to Sheon yesterday. Sheon was the only one in class yesterday. So I mentioned it to him that you should think about a project you want to do. Because right now on my screen, what I just cleared off is like a project. Let me show you what it looks like. Just watch me code, I guess. So this, I'll explain what the code is about. So it is like a test. So like, you do test. Michael, have you done a computer-based test before?
No.
Okay. But Sheon, you have, right?
Countless times.
You what?
That's how it is when I was in secondary school.
Okay, you did computer-based tests in secondary school.
Objective is for computer based.
Yeah, okay. So like in all these tests, you ask you questions and you answer. So if you get it correctly, they would, it will add to your total score. So there is this is like a test. This program I'm writing now is a test. Okay. And what the test does is it's just I ask you different questions like a normal test now. Like it asks you questions, and as you answer, the ones you get correctly, it adds to it. So I'm just going to go over it each line. We have like 20 lines of code. So the first line, import time. There's this time. What this time does, it affects the time of your printing or how it shows on your console. So if I put time dot sleep 2, it's going to wait 2 seconds before it pops out on your screen. So the reason why I added this is so that it doesn't everything doesn't print at once. It prints like one after the other, and then it's slow, and it's like really nice. So I put x equals to 0 and x equals to 0. That's the starting point of x. Before you start your exam, before you answer any question, how many scores do you have? If you want to start, before you start your exam, before you start writing anything, what is your initial score? Nobody knows the answer. Huh?
The total score.
Yes, before you start your exam. Before you start your exam, what is your total score?
No, 70.
17.
70.
That's your total score. Okay. That's actually correct somehow, because the way you're saying it like the highest score you can get. That can also work. So you can want to do, yeah, it can work. That's actually good. So like for this question now, I can also do the way you said, okay? And then for every question you get wrong, I'm going to minus your mark. You can start from there. So I can actually start from like the top. I have how many questions do I have here? I have 1, 2 answers. So let me start. I can start from 70, like you said. And for every wrong question you get, I'll minus 35 from it. Okay. So if you get 1 question, what will be your total score? If you guys are confused, right? Okay, don't
Yes.
worry. Let me just start from scratch. Okay, let me just start from scratch. Bless me. Let me just start from scratch. Let me just start from scratch. So, like I said, today we are doing if statements. So the first example I'm going to give is the one that I already given before. If you get 6 A's. What's your name, Michael? Six A's. If Michael equals 6 A's, print by bicycle. Okay, so let me initiate Michael first. So how many A's did Michael get? According to what I have on my screen.
4 A's.
4 A's. So if I click run, it's not going to run anything. Can you guys tell me why there's nothing showing? Or the buy bicycle is not printing?
Because it got 4 A's.
Yeah, because it got 4 A's. But if I change it to 6A, what do you think is going to happen?
It will print by bicycle.
Yeah, it's going to print by bicycle. Sheon, hope you are following.
Yes, sir.
So for the else, I think the reason why it was more confusing because I was going like from a more complex level. So let's build up like to that level now. So we'll start small. So let's go to else now. So else. So the else will only run. The else will only run if you don't meet the print, if you don't meet the condition for the if statements.
If you
That's
don't,
when if you don't meet the condition for the if statement, that's when the else will run. Okay. So for the else, you can say else print give him 5,000 naira. ₦5,000. So let me change this to 4 here. Okay, so we have Michael equals to 4A. If Michael is equals to 6A, print bicycle. Else give him 5,000 naira. So looking at this code, what do you think would print?
it means that you will give him 5,000 since you got
Very-
4E.
Very correct. So when I run it, it's going to say give him 5,000 naira. Okay, so that's what it's going to say. But if I change this Michael back to 6A, it's not going to do anything, right? It's going to say, let me run it. You're going to just print by bicycle. So the way the if else work is that if it is true, if the statement here is true, this will run. If the statement is not true, this will run. That's the way it works. That's just the way it works. Do you guys understand?
Yes, sir.
Okay, so do you guys want to try this? So can you guys try this? Should I stop sharing?
No, 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 no.
Please tell me when you're done, okay? Oh, Michael left.
I'm trying. I don't even.
You don't know. You don't understand what we're doing. What we're doing.
Something I don't know. Let me not screen share.
Yeah. So it's the way your indentation. So you notice like the prints should be under the first print, like in line 3. The P should be under Sheung. Yes. Oh yeah. No, that's too much. Like directly under, yeah, something like that. So it should work now. Did it work?
No.
If Sheung equals to 6a, print by bicycle. If Sheung equals to 6a. Yes, and then after your 6a, after the in line 2, there should be a colon there. After the yes. So let's try it again.
Oh, semicolon. If you is valid.
So I think what's now the problem? If Sheung equals, oh yeah, it's 2 equals, not 1. So when you're comparing two things, it's 2 equal sign. Yeah, so and then why is there a bracket after the bicycle? I said a colon.
I don't know what happened there for me.
Like after the bicycle. What's going on? Okay.
Okay,
Yeah,
well,
so you see it's working now.
yes.
Okay. Should we wait for him? Let's just continue. I don't know. Hopefully he joins us soon. So there is also elif here. There's elif. So like in a case where you have multiple conditions you want to run through. Let me share my screen. In a case where you have multiple conditions, you use elif as well. So let's say Michael, okay, let's change this to 3a. Can you see my screen?
That's right.
Elif, I'm adding the elif now. Elif, Michael. So in a case where you say like Michael has 2 A's, you want to check what you want to give conditions on what will happen when he has 2 A's. You use elif, and you can use multiple elifs. Like you can use multiple elifs. Buy car. Right? You can also have another elif here. So in case Michael has no A, zero A. So you can say print nothing for you. Buy nothing, you know. So like that's what we use this for. So let's say he has 0A and I try to run it. It's going to say buy nothing. So if I change it to like 2A, it's going to, you know, say buy car. Okay? Exactly. Shane, why can you hear me?
Yes, sir.
Do you understand what I did?
I'm trying to.
You're trying to, okay, what's confusing you? This is the only code I added here. Elif, this is the code I added. I just added it in the middle. So the elif is always in the middle. So if is always first, and we always have elifs in the middle, and then we have else. Okay, is this the confusing, or you're like is better now somehow?
That's all now. I'll try.
Okay. Should I stop sharing?
No.
It's actually good for you to try to do it yourself. So I'm going to stop sharing now. Okay.
Boys,
That-
I don't know why it's showing an error.
okay, let me see your screen. So things you need to be careful about is the quotation, indentation. So let's see, you put two elifs, print by else print. Why is it now showing an error? If share one 6a, elif share one, a share one gets 2a's, elif share one equals 0a, print by nothing else. Yeah, so the thing is you indented else. You're not supposed to indent else. Else is supposed to be on the same line with elif. And if you check your code, if you see these errors that is throwing you, because you're a software engineer, look at this here, like this bottom. You see that it says the problem is for else. Can you read it? Can you see it?
Yes.
Yeah, so just check there next time so that you can debug as well yourself. Okay, so it's running now, right? Yeah.
Yes,
So
sir.
it's easy somehow. So yeah, and it's normal for you to always get errors when you're programming. Like it's normal, like a normal thing. Normal thing. So we should move ahead. This Michael has not joined. Oh my, okay. So
This
what did you say?
Wi-Fi, like we're not on NEPA right now, so the Wi-Fi is not actually going to last long.
So like how many minutes more do you think we have?
I don't know, to be honest. It's very
You
unpredictable.
can't give a guess. Oh my. Okay, I just try to rush things. I don't know. Okay, so the Python supports the usual logical conditions for mathematics. So this means equals, this is not equals to, This is less than. This is less than or greater than. Did you know all these signs before now?
Yes.
Yes. Okay, you can see my screen, right? So this
Yes.
is equals to is double equals, not equals to is exclamation mark, and equals to. Less than is A less than B, and less than or equal to is A less than equals to B. So this is the way they write it, less than or equal to. This is greater than or equal to. So that's how I write everything. So the else keyword catches anything which isn't caught by the preceding conditions. The if else statement evaluates a text expression and would only execute the body of the if when the condition is true. So we already explained this already. We looked at this. We looked at elif. We've done example of this. Okay, so I think what's the time?
Level,
Okay. Yeah, are you there?
level
Can you hear me?
Yes.
Yeah, so we've not looked at nested ifs. Okay. So there's what we call nested ifs. So like I can clear all this, or I can just put, let me just put let me just comment it out so that it's not run.
Class so
Okay, so I'm just going to comment it out. Okay, so what we are going to do is we are going to try nested ifs. So this one is a bit different. So you can actually put ifs inside another if. So you know the way we have if, let me say if 4, 2, 3 is less than 4, right? Print 3 is less than 4. Is 3 less than 4? Michael, is 3 less than 4?
yes.
Yes, but I say Michael, sorry, Shane, are you okay?
If I am
Okay. So I forgot Michael was not in class. So print 3 is less than 4. Then you can also put another if here. Okay. And say, let's say if 3, it doesn't even have to be numbers. It can be if Michael, can be Michael too, is equals to 2A, right? Can put it here. Print by bicycle. So this is what we call it nested ifs, like another if in another if.
okay.
Like that's what it means. You can now go on to even put else statements here as well, like here. It can be a bit the only like the best way to learn like program is actually just to do it. It might look a bit confusing, but like when you do it, you see that it's just easy. Else print by car. Okay, you can also have another else in the main if. So if you notice like this if and this else, they're on the same line, right? So I can as well put, I think you almost made that mistake that time. But you cannot have, one thing you need to know, you cannot have else without if. So then you can put else here. Print. The first number is greater. So you can, if you take note, you notice like this if and this else, they are on the same line. And this if and this else are on the same line. So this is like the first generation of the ifs. This is nested inside this other if. Right? So if I change this number to like, let's say, okay, let me run this first. Let me clear my console. Okay. 3 is less than 4. Buy bicycle. Okay. So the reason why 3 is less than 4 printed here and buy bicycle printed as well is because, first of all, if 3 is less than 4, whatever is under this place, it will leave this loop. I'll explain this thing. It will leave this loop. It will come inside here. Is this a loop? This is not a loop. It will leave here and move here. So it will print 3 is less than 4, and it will look at the next line under print is less than 4. It will now evaluate if Michael is equals to 2a. Is Michael equals to 2a? Yes. So because Michael is equals to 2a, it will print what is next to execute this part. Do you understand what I just said? Let me explain again. So the first line of code, the way code works is line by line. Okay, so the first line here is if 3 is less than 4. Is 3 less than 4? Chill.
I'm listening to you, sir.
I'm asking you a question. Is 3 less than 4?
Yes, yes, yes.
So what is it going to print?
It's going to print 3 is less than 4.
It's going to print 3 is less than 4. Then after it finishes printing 3 is less than 4, what is the next line after that?
If Michael is equals to 2a.
Yes,
Then
it's going to check. Yes, so it will print bicycle. But then you remember the way if and else works. If the statement is true, it's just going to print what is in the if block.
if block.
And yes, but if the statement is true, it's going to ignore what is in the else. That's why we have just this. Okay.
Yes, sir.
Are you calling me?
No, sir, no, sir.
Okay. So let's change it. Let's see what happens when 3 is less than 4, or like we have a false statement there. So let's do that. So I'm going to change this. I'm going to change this to 4. And I'm going to change this to 3. So is 4 less than 3? Is 4 less than 3, Sheon?
No, 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 no.
No. So it's going to ignore everything that is in here. It's going to
Print the
ignore
first
it
number is
and
greater.
print else first number is greater. That's what's going to happen. So that's just the way nested ifs work, right? I just wanted to make sure you get that part. So the first number is greater is just going to print. So like there are actually various use of if and else that we can do. And the example is what I was showing you earlier. I already taught you guys input and output. So you can say answer equals input.
Sir,
Yes.
sorry to cut you short, but I have an impromptu class, like from school,
Okay. Okay.
at 12.
Okay.
I don't know.
Okay. And let's just round up. Do you remember this part?
Yes.
Okay. What is the capital of France? So I want to give you an homework.
Okay.
Why? What? Okay, that's fine. Okay. What's the
That's the-
capital of France?
I don't know why they're just putting it now.
Oh,
So
okay.
we're going to have a class this week, but it's not specified time.
Oh, okay. So this will make it lower. Like lower, it will reduce it. To reduce it to like small letters. So what is the capital of France? Paris, right? How am I going to give you this homework? So you please just hold on, please. So what I want you to do is to get some questions and use the if statements, right?
Okay.
So you get some questions like what is the capital of France? What is your name? And I want to see how you use the if statements to check if it is correct or if it is wrong. Can you do that?
So
Okay. Okay, then let's end today's class. We'll meet tomorrow. Okay. Bye bye.